Hey folks, Damien from Southpaw Designs, and today I thought I would bring a simple project to you that I did for a local church. I've actually already dropped off the full-size version. They wanted a larger version, but I decided to make a smaller version for myself just to kind of practice with first. And this is an Easter setup that could easily go on an altar or in the back of a church on a table or in somebody's home. Another thing that I like about this particular project is it's a project that you can do with very little skill. It's great for practicing basic woodworking skills. You can use a scroll saw, you can use a bandsaw, or you can use a CNC. Actually, I don't have a scroll saw or a bandsaw, so I designed this project using VCarve Pro, and then I cut it out on my CNC. But that said, again, you could easily draw this up and just use your bandsaw or a scroll saw to cut this out. And it's excellent practice for young woodworkers, for new woodworkers, maybe even your kids if they wanted to have a project to do in the shop. So here's all that it is. And there are a variety of ways to do this. So do it however you want to. Number one, you are going to have a way of cutting out the circle, because here's the stone that gets rolled away. And obviously if it gets rolled away, it needs to be a circle. And I just cut it off right there at the bottom so it would sit flush. All right. Next, we have the actual tomb itself, which is really just a hill with a slightly smaller circle cut out of it. You could possibly use the circle that you cut out for the stone, but that probably wouldn't work because you'd want it to be a little bit bigger, so it would actually cover it. Third, we have just a hill. It's hard to mess this one up. It's very simple, very easy to do. Then we have the cross. All right, now the cross, I purposefully designed it to be a little bit off. It's not quite symmetrical because I didn't feel that a real cross would be perfect. So I've roughed it up. And then we have the slab right here, and I just cut that out. In fact, I used a CNC on this. So the slab could actually sit right back here. Now, the version that I gave to the church actually has a separate piece that's covered that you'll see right here in this photo. So the slab is actually a separate piece, and I stained it a darker color so it actually looks like it's the inside of a cave or the inside of a tomb. All right. Now, how did I actually do this? Number one, I designed it on the CNC, which I've already said. And then number two, what I decided to do was I decided to get 3/4 inch wood. I just got some panel boards, some shelving boards from a local big box store. Lowe's is where I go. And I just cut them to size, but I did 2 of them because I wanted it to be a little thicker so it would stand up on its own. Now, if you wanted to, you could also do it just a single thickness, but then maybe make another piece at the bottom to serve as a stabilizer so it would sit up straight. But this project ended up being a very good project. All in all, this particular version, it cost maybe about $20 to buy the materials. And that's because I decided to go ahead and get finished boards. And I wanted to get something that was a little bit nicer. I decided not to use plywood or MDF or something like that. I wanted to use actual wood. So it cost a little bit more. So like I said, it cost about $20 in materials, but you could turn around and sell this for probably $75 to $100 once you actually finished it. Now, you would want to finish it and stain it, as you see in the picture that I posted along with this. But this is a very simple project to do. It's very easy to resize it, to move everything around, to flip it over, to get different looks for this particular project. That you could use in a variety of different ways. So it's a very flexible project and a good project for somebody who is a starting woodworker. Really, all that you have to make sure that you do is get your hills right, make sure you sand everything down good, and then choose a good finish. What I did is I chose to make all of the other pieces a darker color and then the tomb itself was lighter so that it kind of stood out. So this is a great project for either for gifts for your local church or something that you can actually turn around and fabricate and sell and make several of in a fairly short period of time. So hope you liked it. Show me some of your favorite projects or tell me some of the things that you like doing down in the comments. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Remember that subscriptions are the way that YouTube knows that the content that I put out is valuable. So are comments and likes. So any interaction with the page, if you feel I've earned it, is greatly appreciated. Thank you guys and have a great holiday season.